California sun beaming. Yeah, we out here, guys. Hope y'all are blessed. Hope everything is good. We'll get right to the potatoes of it. Hopefully y'all are being good, living life, enjoying yourselves, being kind. You know what it is. Demon D. We made it to the West Coast, the best coast, as they say. So far, it hasn't let down yet. Been seeing some really good rides. We got the Ford plant across the street. Got to see you earlier. Cali Dreaming, you already know. VX Ferrari. How you doing, bud? That's the Ford plant over there. I got a video dropping tomorrow on the new 2020 Explorer, but yeah. So nobody says I clickbaited anything. Yeah, cars coming in here. I'm driving the white 7 Series, but I'll try to get a better look out of the sun here. You got a nice 67 Bullet parked right next to it. Yeah. And then over there you got a little M2, but this is the car right here. You got the Ford plant right there. You got the Mustang right there. That's nice, man. Yeah, man. Hope you guys are enjoying life. Hope things are going well. We're out here. We did some car spotting. Got some good sights out here. Some really nice cars. I got some good videos coming, hopefully, once I chop them all up. Like I said, got the Explorer video dropping. Probably tomorrow I'll drop it, if not tonight. It's just a quick outside overview because it's not even a production car yet. It's actually the car that they use to test the mileage and drive and make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. Hopefully the wind ain't too bad. But yeah, man. Appreciate the thumbs up, VX Ferrari. Appreciate that, man. And yeah, we're just out here. I was trying to get in touch with a tall guy car review, but I know he's real busy with his Hellcats and stuff. So I don't think he's been able to answer his email. Maybe he didn't get him. I don't know. But either which way, I was able to hook up with some other people that I know from out here from the YouTube world, and that's been pretty cool, man. That's why I tell everybody to just always create and network and do and just make videos, because you never know how quick somebody can just network with you and end up you're building a channel, growing your channel, or teaching you how to build your channel, doing different things. So one of the benefits I have with this YouTube thing is I made a network of people, and wherever I go, I kind of try to check in with somebody, say what's up, you know what I mean? So I was able to do that, and that was pretty cool. And other than that, just living life, enjoying life. I hope you all enjoy life. I hope you're blessed. I got to get back down to New York soon, and then from there, my next trip is probably going to be to Dallas Squad. Stand up. If you guys are out there, I'll start dropping dates. Yeah, VX Ferrari. So that's good. That's a good thing. So it got copyrighted, and I fought the copyright. I changed the music on it. There is one, but I did fight the copyright, and I'm thinking I'm gonna win it. So far, I fought a couple of copyrights with YouTube, and I fought a couple of copyrights with Instagram, and they're very right. That is a done deal. But no, you have the right to appeal it, and I think it's best in everybody's best interest to appeal a copyrighted video, because 9 times out of 10, copyrighted by an algorithm and not even a human being. And when you have them bring attention to it, as long as you're using the said copyrighted material in the right way within copyright usage, they can't copyright you and they can't take you down. So I have that same video. Yeah, that same video that's up is going to probably be popping up soon, different music on it. The only thing that I'm sketchy about that one that's different than all the other copyrights that I fought is this one's an international copyright. So it has something to do with blocking it in certain countries. So it's not even a copyright where they want to advertise on my videos. It's actually a copyright for the country. I don't know if they may not have the proper stuff to, I guess, sell the music here. I don't know, but either which way, I disputed it. I refuted it. I purchased the music clean and clear, and I wasn't using it for any unintended purposes, nor was I defaming the music. So That's within your rights. If you buy music from iTunes, you have the right to use the music as long as you're not using it for a monetary gain that is outside the parameter. But DJs use music all the time, and they're allowed to use it because of the fact that they buy the music. So when you purchase the music, you're actually purchasing some right to use the music. It's just how you use that right. You know, you have to be careful. And I would suggest everybody to look into copyright rules, and you can even look at it right through YouTube. They actually have a whole helpful way. So if you ever get copyrighted for music or something, don't let that be the end all be all. You got to take a few minutes, write an email, describe and explain. Make sure you're using the words tutorial, teaching. Those words tend to encompass all copyright stuff. So if you're making a video for teaching purposes, you really can use a lot of different material without it ever being copyrighted because it's for the form of education. Yeah, you know, VX Ferrari, the real thing I think it is it's just it's software. It's algorithm software that's written into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If it sees so much of a certain bit count of a certain thing, then it just automatically flags it. So, you know, I get it. You know, when the whole Napster thing happened, this is kind of like the result of the whole Napster thing, how they regulated it in a way. And I get it. The artists make music. They want to make sure they get paid. But the other side of it is we're taking time to create stuff. So don't just, you know, knock all my work. You should be flattered that I'm using your music and that I'm a fan of your artistry and I'm an artist creating, using your art. So it shouldn't offend anybody. I mean, like I said, if it's one thing if I was making $1 million off of it or using it in the wrong way, but that's not the case. So yeah, know your copyright rules when you make videos. Know that a dispute is always available to you. And I gotta say one thing about YouTube is if you research for resources, they have tons of resources to help, you know? Yeah, that's exactly right. VXX Ferrari. If it's in a public space and it's a performance and it's somebody that has the authorization to DJ there, they have the right to use the music. You have the right to record it because it's part of the event. It's a public domain. But a lot of people don't dispute it, so that's what happens. They just let the video go down and they'll complain that they got copyrighted, so on and so forth. But yeah, man, definitely. Not the case. You know, you have more rights than people say you do when it comes to that stuff. And as long as you're making stuff and you're not destroying music or defaming it or creating problems for the artist by using their likeness and so on and so forth, you know. But this thing is amazing, man. I mean, I'm driving that thing, but this is the real thing to drive right here. This is it, you know. Highland Green with the delete. I mean, even if it's a copycat, it's still a great copy. So, you know, and that's what we're doing out here. We're Cali Dreaming. Channel. Hopefully got some good stuff coming for the channel for all my loyal subscribers. I appreciate everybody, man. Every single one of you. All 1,658 of you. Hold on, I got a helicopter going on. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you that tune in. I appreciate each and every one of you that smashes the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you that comments and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to get the best content of the car world and things that happen in my car world out to you as quickly as possible. Got a lot of things going on, a lot of business, a lot of responsibility on the plate, and I can't even complain because there was a period in my life where I was begging for it, right? So feast or famine, you got to be happy either way, and that's what we're doing now. That's why I've been kind of sketchy and sporadic with my video posts. The other side of it was for a period of time I didn't have really good internet, so that was a pain, you know. Thanks for whoever just came in, dropped the second thumbs up. I appreciate you. I'll walk back over here so you can see the Mustang. You know, I know that's what everybody want to see. This Bullet, because when I came out and saw it, I was just floored. You know, it's such a beautiful car, man. But yeah. So you know, I'm trying to bring more content to the channel. I'm trying to bring original content. I'm trying to be different and just bring a different eye to cars and artistry of cars. You know, everybody's got their own thing that they do and they do it well. So I'm just gonna try to do what I do and do what I do well. Here's the Bullet. Anybody who just tuned in wants to see the Bullet. There you go. Yeah, just like Steve McQueen wanted it. Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. This is it's a nice vehicle. It's something that tickles me. Laz, honestly, I'm gonna leave my brother here. My brother's staying here. I told you know where I'm going, Laz. The mango tree is calling me. That's all I'm gonna say, brother. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Yeah, man. Listen, there's a lot going on here. I'll just come visit my brother when it comes time. So, LA is expanding west, my brother. That's the next step for us. So, you know what I mean? And give me a reason to pop up in and out of here and not stay too long. But I'm a Florida boy. That's where I'm bound. New York born and bred, New York kid, but my resting days are gonna be in sunny South Florida, if it's still above ocean. You know it already, brother. How's everything, man? You good? Dude, I don't know how you left here when you did, you know? Yes, sir, VX Ferrari, you know. Laz, I know you were out here for a minute, and I know it must have been really hard to turn around from this, man. It's 75, sunny, and there's a little breeze. You know exactly what it is, you know? Yeah, you finally made the full move, VX Ferrari. You're down there completely? You're good? I know I saw some of your videos when the car got down there. I know you got the car down there, and you had, I believe you had gotten it started up and running down there, right? I think that was the last video of yours that I saw. Yeah, nice, man. All right, cool. Next time I'm down in sunny South Florida, I'm gonna have to hit you up, my brother. I want to see that thing in life, man. I love those. I love those cars. I love the setup you got. I like the whole thing. So I'd love to hear and see it in person and check it out. You know. Nice. Yeah, yeah. I know you were doing some work to it, right? That thing is supercharged. Yes. You got a supercharger in that guy. I know that thing must move like no joke. I know it must fly. So yeah, man. Nice. Yeah, buddy. All right, cool. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to next time I'm down in sunny South Florida, I'll go live and we'll link up, man. Definitely come check that thing out. I'd love to hear it and see it. But yeah, guys, so we're out here and I'll walk around a lot here. There's a few toys in here. There's a few vehicles of choice, as they say, right? Let's flip the camera around over here. The sun's in our face. So yeah, man. This is my first time in California. I never really been to California before, nor did I ever really, other than to like drive the Cali coastline, I never really had a desire to come to California, be in California. You know, I know the car culture is crazy. I saw a really crazy rat rod truck. I've been putting some miles on that 7 Series, really getting to enjoy it and get a full feel for it. Definitely going to drop a review this week on that. I got this bike here. He's got some gold trim on it. Looks like he did a lot of it himself. Laz, look familiar? This is for my buddy Laz right here. He's got the same bike and he's building it up himself. I like the gold valve covers. That's nice. Yeah. He's got the skinny tire though, Laz. He's got the skinny tire. But I like these pipes, man. Yeah. He's got some nice pipes on there. You see he's got the nice pedal, like the bike pedal for footrest. Yeah. I hear you, Laz. I hear you. Listen, I'll finish my Mustang when you finish that bike. I know, bro. Trust me, I got it. If I didn't put those parts in when I put them in, the parts you gave me for the car would still be sitting next to it in the garage. Thank God I did that. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, me and Laz, we're good buddies. We know each other a long time, and we got some projects collecting dust because the children and family and kind of all that stuff comes first, right? But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's on the honey-do list. Yeah, so you got a couple of Challengers out here. You got a couple of Porsches. There was a Porsche Panamera here before. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, you know it, Misty. That's my baby. Yeah, Misty, she's running, but we got to get her to a place where I want to drive her from New York to California. That's another one of my bucket list things. You know, I've been accomplishing a few bucket list things before I even get old enough to start worrying about a bucket list. So at some point in time, yeah, that car's getting a Coyote motor. That car's getting a full drivetrain redo so that we can haul, some horsepower across America and come take a picture in front of the Ford building. It's a nice Camaro. It's got the ZL1 wheels on it. Yeah, it's got some pins on it, pins on the hood. Got the black, it's got the black mirrors. Yeah, VX Ferrari. I was thinking about the EcoBoost on the V6, especially the V6, because I've been reading some really crazy stuff about it. Yes, Laz. Even the older cars look brand spanking. Absolutely, brother. No snow, no salt, none of that out here. Definitely, I've noticed that too. There's just some really nice cars that are in. I saw one of the Volkswagen Euro vans, and that thing was beautiful. And the guy had it parked up on the side of the road. He had the camper top popped on it, and I mean, it had to be like a 95, 96, and the thing looked like it just rolled off the lot at Volkswagen yesterday. So yeah, definitely. And the sun hits the cars beautifully out here. I seen some really cool colors on cars. I saw a Lamborghini yesterday that I thought was wrapped, but I spoke to the guy afterwards, and it's a paint job, and I was like, wow. And they did some crazy like gold leaf into the design to make it look like the Hulk was wrapped on the hood, but it wasn't. It was actually painted. And, yeah, kid had some money into that car, and he really loves that car. Like you see, you got a little Lexus F-Series coupe sitting back there. Demon Durango. I really like the silver and the Destroyer gray they got on the new Durangos, man. The silver is a nice tone, and I like the new wheels. Yeah, yeah. Magnum Dubstep, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's commitment. Yeah, what's going on, Magnum Dubstep? It's only 6:30 where I'm at. I'm in Cali near Los Angeles. I got a review coming up of this car next. I dropped a hint in one of my videos about another car that I was gonna review. I'm also got a review coming on this thing. So Demon Durango. We got fans out here. Somebody recognized me and they asked me if I would review this for them. So we're gonna do this Mini Cooper. Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because it's made by BMW. So I figure it'll be a good comparison. I have a car that's at the top in the BMW in the 7 Series, and I have basically their entry-level car in my possession at the same time. So I hope it'll make for a good review. It should make for something interesting, right? This thing is quirky though, man. I drove it. It feels wonky too, but it's got some giddy up. It feels just as wonky as it looks, but again, it's a unique car, so, and it's a unique type of person. I met the person that drives it, and yeah, it's a big Cooper, exactly right. But it's not as nimble. You know, I've driven Coopers, and some of the Coopers are like go-karts, and I think that's the key to Coopers. Like, that's what really makes them good. That thing is wonky. It's a little top-heavy. It's high off the road. It's got the all-wheel drive in it. But again, the person that's driving it, it fits them perfectly. And then you got this black beast right here. Look at this. Maserati VX, this is for you, buddy. Cool, Magnum. Yeah, get your Instagram page going. I've been doing the same, working on my Instagram page, because it definitely helps to promote your YouTube channel. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. Look at that. That's yeah. I love it too, man. It's all just whatever ain't lights is black. I love it. Look at that. You got some nice dust on the red caliper, so you know he's driving it. You know. Yeah, that thing is sharp. Look at that. Yeah, I like this Maserati. This is the only Maserati I like. I like the scalloped fender. Look at that. Look how nice that scalloped fender looks, guys. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Around here, there's a lot of just different cars. Everybody's into their own different kind of cars. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, they're not very spacious inside. You could definitely tell BMW designed the interior because it's tight. And you got this Grand Coupe 6 Series. Very nice. You know, something about a black car. We all know it. It's beautiful. They're a pain in the butt to keep clean. But Magnum Dubstep, yeah, that Mini Cooper is tight inside. You could definitely see the BMW had a hand in designing the interior and keeping it fit and taut. Yeah, hey, got a nice little Macan. I like these. These are actually a really nice car from Porsche for the price. You know, for about $70,000, you're getting Porsche. And this thing boogies, man. This thing, even just a regular 6, I mean, you know, there used to be a point in time where a Porsche was never an everyday car. You know, it was just it was something you had as a sports car, it was a status symbol. Now they've made that SUV, and that's actually an everyday SUV when you throw it in the mix with all the other vehicles that are out there in the world. We got Tesla coming out. The Tesla, let me tell you something. Elon Musk, he's a genius. I've seen more Teslas out here than I've seen Lamborghinis or any other Ferrari you could think of, including on Rodeo Drive. So Magnum dubstep. Hey, if money's not an option, I say go for the Urus. It's a Lamborghini at the end of the day, right? But if you're cost conscious, you could get so much more vehicle out of the Audi Q8, and I think that's the big right home about that car particularly is the fact that that Audi Q8 is so good at 100 and something thousand fully loaded out. You know, Lamborghini, other than the Italian leather and the name and everything on the outside, they're not giving you too much more for that extra 120,000. Obviously, you have the status symbol of the name Lamborghini. You're gonna have the fact that there's gonna be limited run numbers of them, so on and so forth. But when you have something like the Audi Q8 sitting out there, yeah, and that's the other thing. You got the Porsche Cayenne out there. I mean, it's been a fast car in a straight line. Matter of fact, speaking of the Porsche Cayenne, there you go. So you got a Range Rover Velar and you got a Porsche Cayenne right next to it. And this is the hybrid. And the Porsche Cayennes are just not even just a speed demon. They handle the road phenomenally, but they actually also can go off-road heavy, and you won't be upset about destroying the car. Just go and look at some of the videos of some of the guys out in Dubai going through the sand dunes with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is my baby for the week right here. There you go, VX Ferrari. Well said, my friend. Well said. Well said. Again, like I said, for my money, if I was going to be in the market, I think I would personally go with the Audi Q8 just because for the extra 125,000 I save, I can pretty much have the Lamborghini Urus without having all the people jump all over me every time I pull up with a Lamborghini Urus. And at the same time, I could spend the 125,000 on some other vehicles or another property to invest to pay for it. You know what I mean? But again, that's why I say if money's not an object and you're talking about pure lust factor, it's a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's a Lamborghini at the end of the day. There's a reason why kids drop their lollipops when they pull up to a red light. Yes, exactly right. It has more clearance than the Jeep CJ, and those things are beasts, man. Like they've been out for what, like at least 15 years, the Cayennes, and they've, you don't hear people breaking down in them. You don't hear people having issues with them as bad as some of the other high-priced SUVs. You know what I mean? So obviously, if you have a loaded-up Cayenne twin turbo with all the bells and whistles and the PDM and everything, you're gonna have some maintenance issues down the road. But yeah, I saw a couple of Uruses out here. I'm on my next video. I'm gonna put them in there, and in my next video, I'm gonna put it in there. It was a blue color, and the one thing I will give the Urus, man, it sounds dead sexy when it takes off from a red light. It's every bit Lamborghini sound when it goes from a red light. So I'll give them that much. They definitely made it every much they could Lamborghini. But me being the car guy that I am and knowing that so much of the Audi is underneath the pins of that, I can't justify the extra money in my world. You know what I mean? But that's just my humble opinion. But I think VX Ferrari said it best when he says, let's say it right. Lambo's fastest, Porsche handles best, the Rolls is the most luxurious. I think right now, in the present time that we are, yeah. Teslas are pretty cool, yes. So here's the thing. Here's what I see happening in the electric car world. I see two revolutions happening where they're getting more speed and more power from them. And what they're doing is, the first thing they're doing is they're making two-stage electric motors where cars are coming with double electric motors like the Riveraton, that electric SUV that's coming out that has a 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. The Riveraton is made by Fisker, I believe, the company that makes the Fisker Karma, the same company. And that has two electric motors in it, front and back, and the transmissions are now coming with an electric motor. The new Ford Explorer 2020 ST is coming out with a hybrid electric transmission. It's the same 10-speed that's in the Mustang, but it actually has an electric motor on board, and I believe that's going to be the way they go to get better gas mileage out of the SUVs. And that's just, I guess, a tidbit in the mechanical world of all the different tweaking they're doing. Obviously, the best person to look at first and foremost is Tesla, because they set the mark. I mean, those cars are unreal, the acceleration and what they're able to do with even just a patch upgrade in software, you know what I mean? So that's the big benefit of electronic cars, is you can do a lot with very little tweak the vehicles and make them faster. And now with the two-stage electric motors and the two-stage transmissions that are going to help it, I think that's going to make the electric cars more viable, because it's going to give them more range, more speed, more versatility. Hola, Miss Mona G, what's going on, girl? You made it into the live. Yeah, I decided to stay on a little bit later. The Cali sun came out, so we're over here. I was just showing the guys earlier some of the cars in the parking lot. There's a 1967 Bullet Mustang, and it's so cool because there's a Ford factory right behind me, and that car is a quintessential car in the Ford world because Steve McQueen drove that in the movie Bullet. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see that car just out here in the street. I love to see cars being driven. I hate to see them in a museum. I hate to see them in a plastic glass. They belong on the road. They belong being driven. They belong being enjoyed, just like these, you know, like that guy. But yeah, so that's my take on the electric cars. The electric car revolution is coming whether anybody wants it or not. By 2035, economists are saying that you're not going to have gas-powered vehicles anymore, and the gas companies are running out of ways to make Elon Musk look crazy to buy time to get people to keep buying gas-powered vehicles. The other tidbits and in the rumor mill of the electric cars that I hear is that some of the cars that are being built today on the electric, the sled, which is what they call it, where the battery and the motors all wrapped, the sleds are being built in a universal way, which makes sense if you think about chassis for cars. Many chassis are used over many platforms, so they're trying to do the same thing with the electric car, so that every so many years, instead of upgrading the whole vehicle, you can just buy a new body. So let's say you start with an electric sports coupe, and by the time 5 years down the road is you go from being a single guy to being married with children, you can take that same sports coupe in, they take the body off of it, the sports coupe body, and then they'll put a minivan or a pickup truck body on it, whatever you need, utilitarian for your family now, and all you have to do is keep maintaining your batteries. It'll be like basically a moving laptop. So that's the other side of the revolution of electric cars that's just undeniable. It's going to happen. You're always going to have gearheads like myself and most of the guys that watch the channel and so on and so forth that are going to stick to their antique gasoline cars, but we're going to be a small contingency. I mean, if you look just what they've done over the years with the car licensings and what California is doing itself out here with modified exhaust and so on and so forth, they're making it harder and worse. Yeah, okay. Well, Mona, the good thing about your Jeep Cherokee is there's a lot of parts in the aftermarket world for a makeover. A set of springs, a set of shocks, and some big tires, and you'd be surprised how that bad boy looks brand new again. And definitely a good vehicle to upgrade, because Cherokees, they tend to last. You know, they have a good drivetrain history, as far as what I understand, from the straight six cylinders. I don't know which exact motor you have, but if you have the 4-liter V6, you have a 2012. If you have the 4-liter V6, it's a pretty stout motor. It doesn't make a lot of power, but it's a pretty good lasting motor. I've known a lot of people to get about 155,000 in New York City out of their motors before they have to rebuild them, and it's worth it to rebuild them because it's a fairly straightforward rebuild the motor. It's not very complicated, nor does it have a lot of high-tech gadgetry. So definitely keep that thing, and if the body's in good shape, I'd say, you know, just keep doing some maintenance to it. 2012 ain't too bad. She's like 7 years old. Jeeps go for a long time. They get 20, 30 years. So yeah, you know what would be cool though is, Mona, there's companies out there now, if you do grow very fond of your Jeep and the electric car revolution happens, you can research them. There's a company now, they take old Volkswagen Beetles and they retrofit them with the Tesla motor and the Tesla batteries in them. And I see a lot of car guys going that way too. You know, they're going to go and just get that retrofit. So, Mona, if you fall in love with your Jeep and you never want to give it up and you want to come into the 21st century with it, start researching. I'm sure before this video's over, there's going to be a company. Yeah, Jeep Gal. There you go. That's good. Jeep Gals are cool. Jeep Gals are cool. I like me some Jeep Gals. They know how to live life. You know, I know that you're probably driving a Jeep because you're out there adventuring. So that's good. So, but yeah. You know, when the future comes, if I hear of any companies, I'll definitely drop a mention of the names of what they're doing and drop some info. I'm sure there's only a matter of time before there's a company that's swapping Tesla motors and stuff into Jeeps and SUVs, antique vehicles, because that's going to be the way that the old car guys get to keep up once we get to like the 2035, 2040 era, where auto parts places start going out of business. My dad's machine is 43 years. And he literally retired because there just really is no need for machine work except on the high end. And he doesn't want to really do that stuff anymore because he's an older guy. You know what I mean? So this is a very far and few people. Yeah, well, that's it, VX Ferrari. That's the thing. So that's where the precipice is going to happen, where the electric car and the gas car revolution happens, is you're going to start to see people like yourself with really, really fast gas-powered cars holding on to them until some of these freaking things there. They got some cars that are coming down the chute with a 1.90 to 60, and it's really not a matter of the power, it's the traction that they can do. Because it's like, I don't know if you remember the old slot cars, you know, when you pulled the trigger, you could pull the trigger ever so slight to get it going without spinning out. So it's kind of the same thing with the electric cars. But it's going to be interesting either way. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a real gasoline guy, and until they eliminate gas pumps, I'm going to be driving a gas car. That's just me. I'm going to have my Mustang. I mean, I may have an electric car in the fleet of cars because it's eco-friendly and it'll allow me to offset my carbon footprint when I'm tearing up my Mustang. But, you know, as far as I stand right now, as far as the gas power electric, I'm still on the gas power side of things. I'm just not so opposed to electric cars because they do have a lot of value, you know, and as you see them coming out more and more and getting better and better, it's going to sway a lot of people that were on the cusp, you know. It's just about how they can make it sound. Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying, VX Ferrari. You get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly right. That and to car guys, those things matter to us too, because 900 pounds at 1,000 RPMs is tremendous, right? What kind of gas power motor do you have to build to do that? You can build one. They exist. I mean, there's some very fast gas powered cars, track cars and street cars. We know that. You can just troll YouTube for 15 minutes and see them, right? But either which way, we're 31 minutes in. I appreciate y'all tuning in. That was my quick update. We'll give a quick view of the Bullet one more time again. Oh, that sounded good. Whatever that was, that sounded healthy. Oh, it sounded like a Porsche or something. Yeah, we'll get one more look at the beautiful Bullet here as the sun goes down on her. Yeah, she's looking right. I love how it almost looks black. You too, Mona. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you, all. VX Ferrari, Laz, Magnum Dubstep. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking in on the live. I appreciate it. Yeah, stay blessed. Stay kind to one another. I will enjoy that sunset for you, sure. You know me, Mona. Yeah, be good, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, man.